I have I have so many questions, but I know let me try to keep them a little bit short because I know we got to cover other things. But I just here's a thought I had. I think a lot of tyrannical dictatorships, including communism, any communist dictatorships, actually, especially communist dictatorships, a lot of them enjoy keeping a lot of their citizens on a level of subsistence, whether that is through limiting what they can read, whether that is through limiting the amount of food they can get. It's all about controlling limiting their ability to do things to keep them dependent on the broader system overall, to keep them hooked to whatever cult of personality they have. In North Korea, it's Kim Jong Un. In China, it was Mao. I think, and, now it's the CCP generally. Um, did you ever have any officers from the CCP, officers from the Maoist regime, come to your house to check on you to make sure that you were following and doing exactly what they wanted you to do? How did they enforce, other than rationing, how did they enforce their sort of rule onto you? And what did you experience in that regard?
You're right. All the Communist Party communists have one thing in common. They really don't care about their fellow citizens as human beings. They do come to our home, check on us, but they never care about if you're hungry, if you have enough food. Those questions never come up, okay? Because you are entitled to some coupon, you should be grateful. What they come your home for is make sure you're on the same page with the regime, with the state, and with the Communist Party's policies, and you are politically correct, and you loyal to Chairman Mao and to the party. So when they do home visits, like from schools, I mean, all schools were government schools, and they make sure and parents, kids are all on the same page. And they will ask you, I don't think anybody asked how we feel about lack of food, lack of sanitary living conditions. They didn't care because most people live like that at that time. Making you wonder, we were told to hate capitalism. We were told to hate the imperialist Americans, but we were told Taiwanese people were starving. But I was starving too. That just did not make sense. I had no brain. I had no truth to verify to say what is going on outside of China. No, we had no press freedom, no free speech. So we just took whatever they told us. They will come to your home, and as I said, that's one party control. It's from top down. Top from Beijing to the provincial government, to the city government, to the county government, to your neighborhood block committees, all are Communist Party members, and they're not elected by people. So who do you think they care? They care about to please their top line political officials and cadres and communist bosses instead of their people, because they're not voted by us. Why would they care? So they will come in and talk to you like this, always hold their hands like this and lecture you. Listen. Here's a party policy. What do you think about that? What are you doing that? And if some neighbor say something not politically correct, gonna report it to those people, oh, you'll be in trouble. It's very strictly, tightly controlled environment. I had two neighbors disappeared during the Cultural Revolution, and we're not supposed to talk about it. And when I try to ask what happened to those neighbors, my adults always say, shh, don't talk about it. There's no rule of law. They just disappear, no fair trial, no family notification. You don't know what happened to them. You know the book 1984, right? People basically live.
Of course.
Yeah, you live in terror. You had no idea. Even though, geez, our living conditions were so bad and nobody cared. And if you get sick, then we had the government-run clinic for you to go to. And it was always very, very dirty and sometimes had lines. And then it's not free. You have to pay. It's all
Oh,
myth.
really?
Oh, utopian, under communism, everything's free. I just told you, besides my parents' 8-family row house was rent free. We had to pay for doctor visits. We had to pay for state child care. We had to pay for government schools. My parents got into debt for our 3 kids' government schools, tuition and books. And they always had to borrow money from families to say, can I pay you back later? Because I got to pay for my kids' schooling right now. All they promised were not kept. The utopian and never came, never came. And then instead, we were propagandized every day. And imagine you wake up 6:30 in the morning, your whole neighborhood, your school is like a concentration camp. 6:30, loud big speakers come on and play revolutionary songs, read you the official party news, and go school and go to work. None of it to my mom chanting, and sometimes you will hear struggle sessions like who is rightist, is anti-revolutionary, is a traitor. Then we have to chanting like down this down that. It was during Cultural Revolution, it was totally just social political chaos. We're living in poverty and industrialization. I mean, I did not know what to make of it. I really did not know. We just go by our day by day by day. As a child, I just remember, okay, I was hungry. I didn't care about, oh, I wear really, poor, dirty, like old clothing with patches on. Remember, you need to buy fabrics with government fabrics coupons. They limit how much fabric you can buy to make a piece of new clothes for you. Because so make you wonder, Christian, how come 6 days a week people work for government? Where is the productivity? There's not enough supply of anything. You got a one government brand detergent will take color off your new clothes just like that after one wash. And you get one kind of toilet paper. And we round up toilet papers because they were kind of expensive to buy. And when I was little, as a girl, I'm the only girl out of 3 children. Of course, I was being selfish. I like to, kind of keep a couple of toilet papers for myself because I'm a girl. I gotta use toilet papers when I go small, one. And in the countryside, people cannot even have toilet paper for number 2. Guess what they use in Sichuan? Bamboo shoots. Use bamboo shoots to scrape
Bamboo.
yourself. Bamboo shoots, like little bamboo shoots, they kind of cut it and make it smooth, and this you scrape your butt after number 2. It's not really clean, but hey, when you do not have toilet paper, what do? You use bamboo shoots in the poor rural countryside. I had a family relative there, so that's what they did.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine that?
No. Well,